And welcome to the Schaefer Center here in the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University here in Waxahachie, Texas. It's game 2 of our doubleheader here on SAGU Sports Live as the Huston Tillotson Rams come into town to play your SAGU Lions, and they are comfortably in first place. Tim, Rob Price is my co-partner Tim Roberts, and a big matchup now, 5-6 games left in the season, trying to win their 13th straight game. It's the 3rd longest active winning streak in the NAIA on the line tonight.
Yeah, it's obviously every conference game this late in the season is very big. The Lions trying to hold on to that #1 spot in order for conference. If you do that, you get an automatic berth to the NAIA National Tournament. You have a 2.5 game lead right now, and so you just want to hold that, keep it locked up, protect it, lock it in a safe, find a way to finish season #1. And you're cooking in Kansas City, some Kansas City barbecue.
Barbecue, let's go.
In mid-March, so that's the goal right now for the Lions. They have to go against Huston Tillotson Rams, not currently in the top 8. They're fighting to get into that top 8. So you're playing a team that's going to be very desperate for a win tonight, trying to make the River Conference tournament.
And they would play SAGU if they hit the number 8 seed as well, so it could be a rematch. In the first game of our doubleheader, Lady Lions fell to Lady Rams. Final score there, 73-64, and we were talking during the break, the story really, turnovers, Tim, and steals.
Turnovers and steals. Lady Lions had 22 turnovers. 17 of those 22 turnovers were steals by Lady Rams, and all the Lady Rams only had 9 turnovers. One thing was very interesting, though, the Lady Lions lost this game out-rebounding the Lady Rams 34-20. They had 13 offensive rebounds, 21 defensive rebounds, easily out-rebounded the Lady Rams, but just couldn't overcome a 55% shooting second half for the Lady Rams. 4 great scoring games from Castillo, Vincent, Gray, and Thomas, and that was just too much for the Lady Rams.
And Hill led all scorers for Lady Lions, and tied for high score with 19, and leading the way, tied with Jessica Soda. She had 14 and a half, slowed down, finished with 19 as well. 10 boards for Cassie Cox, but Lady Rams leading the way, catching fire in the second half is Lakiva Castillo, 19 points, Tim.
Yeah, she came alive, really was the one that sparked that Lady Rams rally when they were trailing by 6 with 15 minutes left in the second half.
And overall, 4 players finished in double figures for the Lady Rams in that game. So congratulations to the Huston Tillotson Lady Rams, a win on a road court. We turn our attention now to the men's side, and we're going to have our hands full again. You know, the pressure of winning 13 in a row, hopefully they're not thinking about it, but everyone else is thinking about it. So how do you not think about that when you know you're now being watched by the nation?
It starts to build on you. You start to realize that, the margin of error gets slimmer and slimmer each time. Teams come in, they see that number, 12 wins in a row. They want to be the one to end it. They don't want, to be able to just run up win after win on everybody. Right now, the Lions have not lost since mid-December. They've been on a roll. Finding ways to win. They had a big blowout Monday night, but before that, it was just close one after close one, needing clutch free throws, clutch three-pointers, whatever you could do to find a way to win those games. So that's exactly what they've done. Looking at the top 8 right there, the Lions hold a 2.5 game lead over both LSU Shreveport and St. Thomas. They obviously have a huge date with St. Thomas coming up this Saturday night. And, that's what we're looking at right there, 15-2 and 11-3.
Wow.
For the Lions and the Pilots. Those were the 2 teams, in the top 25 for the Red River, and they're the 2 teams fighting that spot. Well, let's go down to the court side now where Bianca Aracona is standing by with head coach Donnie Boswick. Bianca?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach for the men's basketball team, Donnie Boswick. Now, Coach, this week the boys advanced 1 spot in the NAIA at number 13. That puts us at the highest ranking the school has ever received. Also, the 12-game winning streak is the 3rd longest winning streak in the nation, and the boys are just coming off their 32-point win from University of Southwest this past Monday. With all that being said, what kind of trajectory does this set going into the game tonight?
We try to respect every opponent the same, and that means we got to come out and play our best basketball. These guys are very capable. They've had good wins over Texas Wesleyan, Langston, and Jarvis, and they gave us all we wanted last time we played them. We played pretty well the other night. I'm hoping we can build on that. Right now, the last ranking is all that matters. The current rankings are all for the fans. We just got to continue to play better. We're in a race, to try to win this thing in the conference-wise and set us an automatic bid and give us a good seeding for the national tournament, so it's important.
Now, Rambo was just named Player of the Week by the Red River Athletic Conference. He's at his prime, averaging about 24 points per game. What are you expecting out of him tonight?
You know, I know MVP, we really try to place all our MVP focus on God and saying He is our MVP. And I know that's something that it's easily said at times, but honestly, that's really something. I thought we played the most unselfish game we played all year last game, and trying to focus all that on Him. You know, tonight, Rambo has become a good leader for us. I'm proud of his growth, both spiritually and on the floor as a team leader. And, you know, he leads us. I hope he continues to do what he's been doing. Obviously, is getting to the basket a little bit more and making things happen even when his outside shots not falling.
Now you heard it here. There's only one MVP on this team, and that is God. Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Rob and Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Coach Boswick. Thank you, Bianca. Well, we're going to quick commercial break. When we come back, it is officially scoreboard watching season. We'll let you know who will also have an eagle eye on tonight while the Lions are dueling here. We'll be right back here in the Schaefer Center on SAGU Sports Live.
We are back at the Schaefer Center, just about 6 minutes and 45 seconds away from tip-off here. Game 2 of our doubleheader, and Tim, some key players on both sides will always emerge. Who do you see emerging for the Rams tonight?
Well, for the Rams, I'm looking at three guys that are really unquestionably the three best players for this team. Demetrius Smith leads the team with 16.9 points per game. He also has 2.8 steals a game, which is number 4 in the NAIA, but that's not even the most of it. He leads the entire NAIA with 11.2 rebounds a game, so we're looking at the number 1 rebounder in the NAIA. Marcavius Jones beneath him is number 28 in the NAIA with 2.1 steals a game. So you have 2 top 30 steals leaders averaging about 5 combined steals a game that could really give a hassle to this Lions offense today trying to swipe that ball. Lastly is Ronzel Fort. He's number 39 in the NAIA, averaging a block a game, and also number 40 in the NAIA, averaging 2.6 offensive rebounds a game. The Huston Tillotson Rams are a very good offensive rebounding team. They are actually number 2 in offensive rebounds in the NAIA, 1 spot ahead of the Lions, who are number 3 in offensive rebounds. So 2 of the best offensive rebounding teams in the NAIA going head-to-head. Ronzel Fort being the leading offensive rebounder for the Rams here tonight. Who's stepping up for the Lions tonight?
Well, with 5 of the top 6 leading scorers for the Rams being guards, and knowing the strength of our guards, I'm going to play with the matchups. And after talking with Coach Bostwick, I'm going to have to begin with our main guard, Dominic Rambo. We keep mentioning his name. He's the most important player on the court for the Lions. Been that way all season. Talked to Bostwick before the game. He's going to put, not Gentry, he's going to put Rambo, the 5'10 junior, on Smith, the 6'4 guard/forward who's leading the nation in 11.2 rebounds, will be guarded by Rambo, our point guard. So I said, Bostwick, why? And he said, he can handle him. He can take it. We'll hope that happens if you're the Lions fan. So I really think Rambo defensively, Tim, not just offensively, is going to have to really step up his game to contain Smith. Number 2, we'll stick with Gentry. Good, scrappy defender, can hit the 3-ball. Smart player, makes good passes, and to keep these guards on the Rams side from scoring too much, Gentry will have to step up as well. And finally, Jonathan Walter, who also, he's as tall for the 3 guards, good long arms, defending as well. He gets that 3-point shot going, he can light it up. So I really think the guard play is going to determine the winner of this game. Give the Lions a slight edge because of their record, their experience, but we are in for a battle tonight, indeed.
Yeah, you found out all year long you don't sleep on any Red River Conference team. Look at those 2 areas mentioned. Walter's kind of been a borderline slump as of late. He really needs a game to step up, start knocking down threes the way he was. We mentioned before, it is officially scoreboard watching season. I like watching scoreboards all the time, but it doesn't really matter. It always matters, but it doesn't really matter a lot till the end. 2 games we'll be watching for you tonight. Keep trying to get live updates for you as it happens. Texas College at LSU Shreveport.
Big game.
That's the number 2 and number 4 teams. If you're a Lions fan, you're pulling for the Steers. Fun would be LSU Shreveport. LSUS is 2.5 games behind SAGU, but they're most likely to pass SAGU up. The last game of the year will be in Shreveport. SAGU versus LSUS.
And if Texas College is able to beat LSU Shreveport, that could give Southwestern a 2-game lead in the Red River Conference.
Yeah, and well, that's if they can win and Shreveport loses, there'd be a 3.5 game lead overall. That doesn't clinch it by any means, but it does really help you, lock that spot down. LSU actually has more games remaining, so they can close that gap. The other big game tonight, Our Lady Lake and St. Thomas. Pulling for the Saints tonight because they're down in 5, lost 2 in a row. While St. Thomas just 2.5 games left. And, of course, the Lions will be taking on St. Thomas this Saturday. Huge game.
Huge.
And you can be there down in Houston. SAGU at St. Thomas this Saturday, February 9th. Go to sagu.edu/alumni for more information and to RSVP. Be sure and check that out if you're in the Houston area. It's winter break coming up, so if you're having a student watching and you're living in the Houston area, go root on your Lions for this big conference game. Hopefully St. Thomas will have just suffered a loss to the Saints, but we'll be keeping our eye on that. Also want to mention right now to be sure over the next day or two, go to Chick-fil-A here in Waxahachie.
Yes.
The Chick-fil-A is having their Coaches vs. Cancer fundraiser in concordance with SAGU's. Go in and mention that you're with SAGU Coaches vs. Cancer, and they will donate $1 to the Coaches vs. Cancer SAGU fundraiser, which is all going to David Bush at the moment.
More than $6,700 already raised on behalf of Coaches vs. Cancer by the SAGU initiative.
Yeah, so it's been a great job so far with all the money we raised, but still more can be raised. Looking at a few more key matchups tonight, Houston Tillotson, we mentioned already, is number 2 in the NAIA in offensive rebounds a game. SAGU was number 3. So you see that's pretty clear right there. Whoever can find a way to really swerve that battle has a good chance of winning this game. Looking at some other matchups, these teams average the exact same amount of points, 76.8. Unbelievable.
Look at
the Lions have a huge advantage, though. Houston Tillotson gives us around 85 a game. After the Lions didn't score over 80 most of January, they finally have topped 90 in back-to-back games.
Look at the rebounds, Tim.
Almost even. Offensive rebounds, Lions are down by 1. Fouls, almost even. Three-pointers, almost even. Turnovers, almost even. Blocks, almost even.
Oh my gosh,
the
look
only
at that.
discrepancy in this entire
the points allowed.
Points
It's the
allowed by
defense.
Tillotson. The Lions need to attack that defense. Look for a big scoring game from the Lions tonight. They need to, again, like we said, through January, the Lions had only averaged about 70 points a game. That was it. They have turned it up, though, in the last 2 games, scoring 90 against Texas Wesleyan and 102 against Southwest. So another big offensive game is needed for the Lions.
I was talking also with Coach Bostwick, and he said, you know what, Rob, there's one other player I've been watching, and he could have a big game, and that is Emmanuel Adoy off the bench. His stats don't tell the story, but he has had so many key shots at the right time, those long arms, defensive force in the middle, and he's only averaging 4.8 a game and 5.2 rebounds, but look for Adoy to make his presence felt here in tonight's game. Well, let's go down now to our courtside announcer for tonight's prayer and national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor God in prayer. Then remain standing and face the flag as we honor our nation with the singing of the national anthem sung by SAGU student Darlise Edwards. Father, we thank you again for another day. God, we thank you for everyone who made it here safely. Pray that you continue to guide us, protect us, Lord. We thank you, we praise you, we love you. God, I pray for these players and officials, Lord, protect them from injury, God, and may you continue to be the Almighty that you are. We love you, we praise you. It's in Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that
And now, the starting lineups for the Rams. At guard, standing at 6'3", freshman from San Antonio, Texas, number 1, Tyrese Hill. At guard, standing at 6'2", senior from Gulfport, Mississippi, number 2, Cameron Morgan. At guard, standing at 6 foot, junior from New York, New York, number 12, Jonathan Douglas. At forward, standing at 6'4", sophomore from Pflugerville, Texas, number 24, Demetrius Smith. And at center, standing at 6'8", sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, number 35, Ronzel Fort. Head coach is Elwood Plummer. And now, the starting lineups for your Southwestern Lions. At guard, standing at 6 foot, junior from Hondo, Texas, number 2, Caleb Gentry. At forward, standing at 6'5", sophomore from Louisville, Texas, number 15, Mike Elway. At guard, standing at 5'10", junior from Dallas, Texas, number 20, Dominique Rambo. At guard, standing at 6'4", sophomore from Garland, Texas, number 21, Jonathan Walter. And at forward, standing at 6'5", senior from Waco, Texas, number 33, Deuce Ward. Head coach for the Lions is Donnie Boswick. Assistant coaches are Garrett Jones and Kyle Tucker.
So here we go. 12-game win streak on the line as the Lions take on the Huston Tillotson Rams. The Rams are currently, well, about 2 games out, well, essentially 1 game out in the standings, a game and a half or so out. They've lost 4 in a row, trying to find a way into that 8th spot, chasing Texas Wesleyan, who's lost 6 in a row, as well as Langston University, who's also in action tonight.
Huston Tillotson has 1-9 on the road, Tim, this year. So, but any time you lace them up and tip it up, any team can win. So Lions will not take this for granted. Big ball game here tonight at the Schaefer Center as the players now exchange fist pumps, handshakes, and it's time to play ball. Game 2 of your doubleheader here. SAGU Sports Live. Let's tip it up here as the Lions go for win number 13 in a row. Tip controlled by the Rams. Watch for Demetrius Smith. He has the ball now. He's the leading scorer for the team, leading rebounder on the team and in the NAI as well. That shot no good. Now Rambo in transition, off the glass, no good. Ward gave, or the other way gave chase. Here come the Rams. And there's a high screen pick and clear to the basket.
Oh, and
it's Douglas.
Walter blocks Ronzel Fort.
Gentry for 3. Shot no good, gets a rebound. Looks at another one, now inside to Ward. Back out to Walter. He lights up a 3. In and out, loose ball. Ward dives for it.
Nwelaway can't quite get to it.
Or Nwelaway, check that Nwelaway.
Go to the Rams. But Jonathan Walter getting the big block on Ronzel Fort. He's 6'8".
Wow.
Big man down low.
Here's a drive inside from Smith. He gets the roll. 2-0 Rams. Rams come out man-to-man defense. Rambo penetrates left side, swatted away. We'll stay right here with 19 remaining on the shot clock.
The Rams have a very big lineup. See men here lining up 6'8", 6'7", 6'6". It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Rambo to drive inside facing that. Oh, behind the back, no look by Gentry.
Rambo for three, making it rain early. Dominic Rambo gives the Lions a 3-2 lead, and his stroke is on again.
That shot has become so consistent. I remember last year, it felt like sometimes it was just a prayer, an arc and a prayer. This year, he has so much more control over it. You have so much faith when that goes up. Long three buried by Tyrese Hill.
Tyrese Hill, a freshman from San Antonio, Texas, returns the favor and gives the Rams a 5-3 lead. Rambo, he makes the offense go for the Lions. A turnover here, though. Give the ball back to Huston Tillotson. This could be a close game if the defensive pressure picks up at all for the Rams, Tim. You've got a statistically dead even match here.
That's exactly what it is. The Lions can't find themselves up on 85 points. There's an air ball's launched.
And looks like a partially blocked shot. Now on up ahead, Ward may take it all the way, and it misses a monster dunk attempt. But again, the Lions come away with the offensive board. That would have got the crowd in their feet.
Ward
Walter, he slices through the lane, and a whistle, a blocking foul called. Deuce unloaded on that dunk attempt, went way behind his shoulder and posed for all the cameras, unable to put it down though.
Slow to
that
get
ball
up
rebounded nearly at mid-court.
Ronzel Ford a little bit slow to get up. Yeah, I think Deuce just launched about a step too soon, or else he would have had it. Walter will go to the line. Lions trailing by 2 as Fort appears to be okay. He will remain in the game.
Walter is 6'4" sophomore from Garland, Texas. Puts the first up and in. Went to Garland High School.
And actually, no, now Christopher Edwards will come in for Ronzel Fort. So Fort takes a seat. Coach Plummer not wanting to leave him in when it looks like he might be ailing. Walter with a chance to tie it up early in the game.
He does. Smooth looking shot from Walter, and he will lead the full court press. Rams able to clear. Near steal from Ward. Too strong off the glass. Behind the back, Rambo on up ahead to Gentry. Looks left, passes right. Walter, top of the key, back over to Ward. Gentry inside to Newellaway. Pass nearly too high, but Rambo puts up a high arching shot. Front edge of the rim, no good. And the rebound, Demetrius Smith.
So far in a battle of 2 extreme offensive rebounds from the defensive teams that have done a good job getting it.
Absolutely, and a good shot there from Cameron Morgan. He's a senior from Gulfport, Mississippi. Gives the Rams an 8-5 advantage. Ward, a rare 3. Too strong. Tips it back. Loose ball.
Deuce somehow gets it off of Walter.
Pass to Newellaway, and he slams it through! Deuce to Newellaway. The forwards tucking it up inside the paint.
Just cleared out a landing strip for Newellaway there. That one wasn't gonna miss.
No, sir. How about that one? Off the mark, offensive rebound, quick shot. Walter comes away with that board. He comes out in the fast break, takes himself, and now the alley-oop dunk. Attempt, no, missed shot, no good. Now down at the other end, lays it up and in is Tyrese Hill.
The pass looked like it was in the wrong spot at first, but it actually turned to be a very wise pass. Otherwise, Caleb Gentry would have had a very good chance to pick it off. So on the fast break, they get 2 and stretch their lead back to 3.
A near steal from Thomas. Now Deuce out top and inside to a cutting Rambo. Wow, you don't see that very often. A forward cutting to a point guard into the paint. switching roles are Ward and Rambo. Rambo will get the foul, and he'll go to the line and try to cut this lead back to 1. That just tells you these teams, this ball club can pass the ball. They're unselfish. They can move in transition, switch roles if they need to. You think of the great Gary Payton, the Seattle Supersonics player, the guard who was never afraid to go into the paint, post up a player, and Rambo getting a reputation here in the Schaefer Center for being a guy who's not afraid to take it to the rack strong.
3 new Lions in, Guidry, Adoy, and Ford. As Rambo hits both free throws and cuts the lead to 1.
Three guards in for the Lions. Again, 5 of the top 6 scorers for the Rams are guards. Now, Guidry tries to steal that one away and
forces the travel.
He forces a travel.
Good job of getting the ball down low. If it had gone up high, it had more likely resulted in a foul. Got it before he could get the ball up and forced him to take too many steps with it. The Lions forced the turnover. Guidry leads him down the court.
Llewellyn, another inside pass to Adoy. Adoy, shot no good. Ford back up with it. Over to Llewellyn, another inside pass to Manuel Adoy. Unable to handle that one, and a lot of unselfish play from Llewellyn early on.
The Lions are getting good passes. They just had a couple that have tipped off their fingers and messed up great possessions.
It's like a mismatch here. Ford, the guard, was on Ronzel Ford, a 6'8" senior. Now a double team, inside pass to the paint. Shot no good. Ford comes away with it. Takes it right up the middle. He takes it up strong and gets the roll. James Ford off the bench.
Ford pressured the whole way. Never showed his hand though, kept the threat of a pass alive, so they had to respect that. And that let him drive to the bucket, give the Lions the lead right back. There's a foul. It'll happen on the floor though. It'll be the Lions' first of the game, and it's going to come in against Tyler Guidry. Into the game now comes Ryan Alford and Maurice Oglesby. And for the Rams, Marcavius James will come in, while Cameron Morgan will take a seat. So the Lions officially have their second team in now. They had a more gradual transition in, probably because of the closeness of the game. Also into the game, Calvin McGee for the Rams now.
Rams will inbound under the Lions basket. Now
Ford knocks it
stolen away from Ford. Here's Guidry. Trying to corral that ball in. Yeah, knocked out of bounds, but how about the play down here at the other end of the court, Tim?
Yeah, Ford knocked it out, and Adoy was able to scoop it up. So good attacking defense by the Lions, but now forcing turnovers.
Alford out to Oglesby. He launches a three. It's going to be way off. Here come the Rams. Mid-range jumper. Offensive board. Looks like the Rams came away with it, and then it's going to stay here. It's off a Lions player.
Great job by Guidry, sprinting ahead, cutting off the easy pass, and not allowing for the fast break points. Forcing the ball out of bounds. Here's a three, though.
Guidry will hustle. And he's got the ball on up ahead to Ford. Pass too strong. Guidry not happy with that pass attempt.
Just a bit too strong, a bit too high, but had the right thought. Had he connected with Ford, it was going to be an easy layup.
Lions in a man-to-man defense. Oglesby fights to a couple of picks. Ford's got it, shoots a jumper. It's going to be blocked. Here comes Guidry on up ahead. Three ball from Ford. Got it! James Ford He's your third leading scorer, Tim. He averages 9.9 a game.
Yeah, he's decreased in the second half of the season, really, but that time, I mean, you do not give James Ford that much space and that much time.
Nice
Ford.
spin move from Ford. He lays it. That's an NBA move right there.
Yeah.
Big time move from Ronzel Ford. He's a 6'8" sophomore from Chicago, a transfer from Texas Southern University. Good ball movement. Now here's Adoy. Ford again, same spot, this time completely rejected.
Demetrius Smith just goes out and swats that three-point attempt. Ford let it hang out there. He showed the ball way too much, and Smith just knocks that one out of bounds. Lions will retain possession with 23 on the shot clock.
Ford has a short memory. He'll keep shooting it. He'll forget that even happened.
You might want to remember this Houston Tillotson team is pretty tall, though.
Yeah, on the break now. Here come the Rams on up ahead. Lading up and in is Markavius James, 5'9" sophomore from Killeen.
Game is tied up again, 14 all. As the Lions once again finding a tough match.
A floater off Guidry's hand, no good after behind the back move. Rams come back with the ball. 14 all, 11:25 left. Now inside pass to Fort, guarded by Adoy. Hook shot, no good. Here comes Ford. He'll slow it down. Back out to Guidry. Skip pass over to Oglesby. Pump fake, and he's got the crease. And it's up and in, and that's Ford being careful not to pick up a foul there, giving up the basket to Oglesby.
Strong drive by Oglesby, though. West Fort, three ball, no good. And Oglesby picks up the rebound. Lions doing a good job squaring up against this larger Houston Tillotson team. Can't get the fall, and rebound not picked up. So we're seeing the defensive size do a good job on rebounds, considering you have the 2 and number 3 offensive rebounding teams in the nation on the court right now. Just for trivia, number 1 is Our Lady of the Lake, and they'll be in here in about a week or so, about 2 weeks actually. Our Lady of the Lake will be in here, so then you'll have the number 1 offensive rebounding team.
And you're starting, yes, you're starting 5. We'll check back in for Coach Bostwick, a very normal substitution pattern, although you did mention in this game he actually just brought in 3 at first. But now all 5 starters back in the game for the Lions.
For 2 high fouling teams, it's also been a good half so far.
And Walter able to find a spot to grab that ball in as Jamal Scantlerberry tried to make a move inside. Walter just put his hands on the orange and squeezed it just long enough for the ref to call a jump ball, and the Lions get the ball back. That'll go down as a turnover.
Both teams just 2 fouls so far, and these are 2 of the most fouling teams in the NAIA.
That 3 no good from Rambo. He's been super hot the last 4 or 5 games from beyond the arc. Smith, no good. Here comes Walter. Ball stolen away by Markavius. James lays it in. 16-14.
16 all.
16 all. Check that. 16 all. Now Rams tie it up. Inside pass to Ward. Back out to Rambo. Walters from the baseline. A little too strong. Now here comes McGee.
And really,
and how about Rambo?
Left.
Grabs the steal. And he puts the Lions back up.
Really, with the way this is an 18-16 game over half of the first half. It's the game Houston Tillotson wants to be playing. As we mentioned, their biggest discrepancy was allowing about 85 points a game.
It is a travel.
So
exactly right.
The lower scoring this game is, the
better.
Better news for Houston Tillotson, for the Rams, because they can be prone to give up a lot. Right now, out in Shreveport, the Pilots lead the Steers 18-14. If you're a Lions fan, you're rooting for the Texas College Steers out of Tyler to find a way to beat the Pilots, who were trailing. Oh, it's just a steal
nice
there.
Steal from Smith. And Rambo tried to undercut him, and Smith able to lay it up and in. Good body control from Demetrius Smith. Inside to, and a nice move. Faked to his left, then moved right is Newellaway, and he's fouled going up, and he'll go to the foul line to shoot 2. Really impressed him with the passing between Ward and Newellaway. They're on the same page tonight.
Right now, the Lions are shooting just 28% through the first half. Huston Tillotson shooting 31%. The Lions are only 2 for 10 from three-point range. So very low shooting half so far for both teams. Rambo is your leading scorer for both teams with 7 points at the moment. Newellaway tries to make this a 2-point game. He does.
Now some more pressure. Gentry able to get a hand on it. He comes away with it. He'll wait for help. Rambo now looks inside. He finds Newellaway.
Ball tightly guarded on that one.
It's a tough pass. Tough pass. Rams come away with it. Rambo looking to get it inside to his big man early. Now here's a drive inside. Off the glass, no good. Hill up ahead to Rambo. How about an alley-oop dunk? Oh my gosh, that almost sent the house down.
That goes out and it's ruled off on the Lions. So trying to
wake up the crowd.
Yeah, trying to shake the place up. Ward couldn't finish it though. Ward wants one. He's had a couple of big misses over the last few games. He might just shatter the backboard when he finally gets the chance.
Noellaway is going to get whistled for the foul.
Foul coming on Rambo.
There's a Rambo from behind.
Okay. Foul. From behind, Rambo got him.
That'll put James in the line regardless to try to tie this ball game up. The Rams, like you said, liking this speed of play. They've got to be happy with the score right now, giving up nearly 86 points a game, holding the Lions to just 20 well into the first half.
Yeah, and that's around where the Lions usually play. But when you, like we said before, when you looked at that team comparison, the two teams almost identical on every front, minus points allowed. The Lions are used to giving up this few points. The Rams are not. So that's their best bet for winning, is keeping this game low, finding a way to win it in the end. Both free throws are missed by James.
Rambo guarded tightly by Marcavius James.
He's a usually good free throw shooter. He's 27 for 33 on the season.
And a hold.
Foul will come in here. And it's going to come against
Smith. I think it's on Smith, Tim.
Yes, Demetrius Smith.
He's their big man. He averages 17 a game, 11.2 rebounds a game, nearly 75%
Rambo
from the foul line.
Won't fall.
Doesn't fall, but look who's got the ball. Ward. Rambo inside, goes up strong. The pass intended for Walter, but it was deflected right into Rambo's hands. He went up strong.
Yeah, Rambo just had to go up with that one. Draws the foul as they're going against a big inside for the Rams. So Rambo to the line to shoot 2. Lions up by 2. First finds its way in.
Rambo gets the first to fall. 76 of 122 foul shots for Rambo.
He's been a lot better as of late, too. The Lions started off the year very cold from the line. They have definitely improved, although they do miss that one. Swatted away by Gentry, but it's going to be ruled for foul.
I think it's either Rambo or Gentry with the foul.
It will be Gentry.
It's going to be Gentry with the grab, the hack, and got to give the ball back to the Rams. Now 4 fouls committed by the Lions and 5 on the Rams. 21-18, 7:20 left.
Knocked away, but off of Newellaway. Great job by Walter to strip it, but Newellaway couldn't get a hand on it. Rolls off his leg. Lions playing very aggressive defense. They're just grabbing inside, trying to strip the ball every occasion they can. And Ward goes up big with a steal.
And he's trapped.
And just bounces it off of Demetrius Smith, and he gets the ball back for the Lions. He was trapped in place, so Ward gets the steal and wisely just bounces it off his opponent. Lions get another possession. Rambo, that's stolen away.
Throwing up ahead, Llewellyn tried to stick a hand in there, but Smith able to finish it. Cuts the lead to 1. I'm impressed with the Rams defense so far, Tim.
It's been very aggressive.
Oh, there it is! That's the monster dunk the big men were looking for off the Rambo miss.
Mike Llewellyn just follows that one up. Coach Boswick appreciates, go get the ball out of the net. Hey, well, he got that one off the rim and slammed it home.
James for 3, he's good.
With Deuce Ward in his face, taking a swipe. He ties it right up. If you want to erase the momentum of a big dunk, well, just sink a 3 and tie the game.
Yeah, seconds afterward, too. Sometimes that's how fast it happens, and it happened right on the heels of that dunk. Now Ward sizing up Fort over to Rambo. He slices with the lane. A little dipsy-do, and
tip in.
A tip in from Llewellyn, who just had the dunk.
Mike Llewellyn owning the offensive boards right now, putting himself in the right position, never letting his eye off that ball.
Owning the boards is correct. He is all over the rim, and now a tip from Rambo.
Into the game will come Adoy, Ford, and Guidry for the Lions.
Okay.
And for the Rams, Morgan and Calvin McGee will step in.
2 things happening you mentioned is he's owning the boards. He's getting position, and he's jumping at the right time. So the ball's coming off the rim, he's right there waiting on it, literally waiting on the ball. James back over to Smith. Long 3, shot long, rebound. James, his shot no good. Cleared out weak side by Ward, up the head of Guidry. Now Gentry, NBA 3. Way out there, shot's gonna be off. Gentry, Tim, is not afraid to let that thing fly. Never made a shot he didn't like.
Approaching the 5-minute mark, Lions clinging to a 2-point lead in what has been a very defensive battle after seeing some real offensive shootouts the past few games. Back to the way the Lions are used to playing it.
Now watch the matchup with Adoy and Ford. Here it is right here.
Shot clock down to 5. They have to get this shot off, and they do. It dribbles out.
In and out. Big body Ford just getting in the way of Adoy, and Ford able to grab that ball, and it's Fort fouled. He'll go to the line, and as tall as Adoy is and as strong as Ford is, Fort is just a big boy.
And he did a good job getting that rebound off of the 3-point attempt. Fort to the line now. About a 75% free throw shooter on the season. Misses the first. Rams have missed all their free throw attempts so far.
Why is it the crowd always give big men trouble at the foul line? He's able to hit 1 of 2. 25-24, Guidry runs the offense over to Ford. He has a 3 already. Over to Ward, a skip pass over to Gentry, almost out of bounds.
He looked down.
Check his feet.
Yeah, checking his heels there.
Stops, pops from the elbow, and that's a good-looking shot. Squared up his shoulders. Good, strong release. Gentry pulls the Lions back ahead by 3.
Lions still trying to eclipse 30% shooting for the game. They're 2 for 12 from 3-point range, shooting just 16%. Swiped away by Adoy. Here comes Guidry.
He may take it himself. No, picked away by James. On up ahead, look out. Thomas, a tomahawk dunk, puts it through. Monster dunk from Demetrius Thomas.
Rams hanging tight with the Lions all over. We mentioned all their impressive steal ability. They are showing it right now. Ford. 12 on the shot clock.
Sizing up, his man goes behind the back. Now inside, to James Ford, the guard underneath, waiting for the ball in the left block. Guidry finding Ford in the short passing lane, delivers.
Guidry just drawing the defense to him, making them focus only on him. Ford getting wide open underneath.
Smith for three, and it is good.
Game is tied up again. The Lions
Now
can't get an inch against the Houston Tillotson Rams.
a little swagger in the step, Tim, in the Rams now as they play defense. They're definitely picked up their pace of play, offensively and defensively. Now here's a charge going to be called against the Lions, and the Rams really, like I said, a skip to their step right now, both sides of the court.
Oh, they know what they have to do to get back in tournament contention as Rambo and Llewellyn step in. They know what they have to do to get back into the Red River Conference tournament contention. So this would be a big, big win if they can find a way to do it. And right now they are making it work perfectly. Another three. That's way off the mark.
He'll hear it from the crowd. He'll hear it. He'll hear it for a while.
He's already thrown down a dunk, though, and knocked down the three to tie it. Just felt that one a little bit too much and missed it way off to the right. Lions needing to find an offensive spark to really find a way to start maybe trying to force separation.
And there's a bad pass from Guidry, stolen by the Rams and stolen back by Guidry. Rambo now on the march. A block, bucket good. Rambo delivers for the Lions.
That's big. You turn it right around. You have another turnover force. You have 9 turnovers in the game, probably around 11 now actually in total. Having way too many turnovers. You're letting the Rams steal the ball way too easily. But you quickly flip the script on them there. Steal it right back, get down the court, reclaim the lead, and Rambo trying to finish off a 3-point play from the line.
Each team now with 6 fouls. The next one will put either team into the bonus as Rambo converts. 30, and a steal from Rambo. Back up and over to Walter. Layup doesn't fall.
Oh, that would have been huge. That's disappointing not to get when it just slips through your defender's hands like that. Chance to go up by 5. 2 opportunities missed. And the Rams will now go to the line for the 1-and-1 off of the foul.
Mark that moment. Let's see if the Rams can capitalize on that. Could have been a quick five. Free throw is no good. Walter comes away with the rebound, making some atonement. Now here comes Ford, a strong move, high up off the glass. Demetrius comes down with the ball, and he hears it from the crowd.
Are just missing too many good opportunities right now there. The Rams are missing their free throws, turning the ball over, and the Lions aren't making them pay for it.
Doyle looking for the charge. Shot off and over the back.
Jump ball.
Well, they're going to call a jump ball. Okay.
Is ruled.
Looks like Edwards. Now they are ruling it a jump ball.
They are ruling a jump ball somehow on that.
Looked like it was going to be maybe over the back, but Edwards able to tie it up with the Doy, and the Rams will keep possession of this ball. Minute 48 left. Looking to tie or pull within 1. Dangerous pass. Rambo could have come over it. Strong move up the middle, and there's a charge. A little too strong, going to the glass. Number 1, Tyrese Hill.
Doy just plants his feet. Wait, are they? There seemed to be initially a reaction. They might be trying to talk about switching it, but they stand their ground and draw the charge.
And now 7 fouls, 10 for each team. So the next foul, whether it's a offensive or defensive foul, will put someone at the charity stripe. 32-29.
Lions have dodged a number of bullets now.
High screen
still
pick.
hold a 3-point lead.
High screen pick from Llewellyn. Now he'll shoot a long shot, no good. Just inside the 3, rebound Rams. Here comes Douglas working on Walter. Now it's Morgan working on Walter, trying to break up that 2-3 defense, and now a foul.
Foul will come in on Cameron Morgan, so it will send Rambo to the line for the 1-and-1. Good foul by Morgan, actually, because Rambo seemed to have a breakaway. Was going to be able to just lay it in easily.
Would have been easy, too.
So now Rambo good line for the 1-and-1. And again, the Lions defense doing a great job of keeping the Rams from scoring. They've had this 3-point lead for a few minutes now, it feels. Rambo misses the first.
Gentry almost came away with it. Here comes Douglas now. Lions in a man-to-man defense. Gentry on,
now 1 minute
Smith.
left.
A nice little soft shot. Down the baseline is Jonathan Douglas. He's from New York, New York. A transfer from Mohawk Junior College, a junior, 6-foot junior. Pulls the Rams to within 1. Now here's Noelaway. Strong move to the right side, in trouble. Out to Gentry, fires a 3.
Won't fall. And now the Rams, with the shot clock and game clock essentially even, will get to hold for last shot. Chance to go to the half with the lead. They haven't led since 16:27 of the first half. And they will just hold for last shot.
Stripped away by Walter? I think it was Walter stripped that ball away.
It'll stay with Huston Tillotson with 9 seconds on the clock. Into the game will come Cameron Morgan, and Christopher Edwards will take a seat, putting a shooting lineup in.
Inside to Smith. A dive. Adoy comes away with it. How about a last-second shot? Oh, and unable to get it off in time is Gentry, and so we have reached the halfway mark of game 2 here at the Schaefer Center. Your score, 32-31 in favor of the Lions, but the Rams have got to be happy with this score. It's low scoring, it's what they want, and after this quick commercial break, we'll be right back with some first half stats and game analysis. Stay tuned, you're watching basketball on SAGU Sports Live. And welcome back to the Schaefer Center. Your score is 32-31. Now standing by with our courtside reporter, Bianca Alarcon, is Coach Garrett Jones. Bianca?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with assistant coach for the men's basketball team, Garrett Jones. Now, Coach, earlier Bostwick mentioned that we can't go into the games not only paying attention to the standings, obviously with the game being so neck and neck. Were we expecting this kind of play from the Rams tonight?
Well, once you get in league play, there's generally not any easy games. So we knew it was going to be difficult, especially the second time around. Both teams know each other well. So we just got to make sure we get back to doing our stuff really well, and coming out with energy in the second half and playing together.
And what do we need to do in the second half to get that offensive spark that we desperately need?
Well, you know, we start and finish with our defense. And, you know, that's kind of what we hang our hat on. It'd help if we made some shots, too.
Thanks so much, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Bianca Alarcon, Robin Tim, back to you.
All right, thank you, Bianca. Take a quick commercial break, back with some stats. Stay tuned here on SAGU Sports Live. You're watching some halftime festivities here at the Schaefer Center. Your score 32-31 in favor of the Lions, the slimmest of leads, Tim, and the stats do indicate we got a tight game on our hands.
Yeah, I mean, the stats don't lie in a game like this. Lions having a tough shooting day right now, just shooting 31%. They're keeping their opponent, the Rams, right around. They usually keep an opponent around 37-38%. So that's where the Rams are hitting. Rebounds almost even for two teams that are really known for their rebounding abilities, especially offensively. Lions hold the 8-6 advantage on that. Fouls almost even. Three-pointers, Lions really hurting from that area too. 2 for 13 overall.
15%.
Yeah, that's a 15%. That's well below what you want to shoot. 4 for 14 for the Rams for 28%. Again, not that great, but better than what the Lions are doing. Free throws, the Lions are 8 for 10. For the Rams, they've suffered a lot in free throw line. They've had a couple of offers up there and missed the front of a 1-and-1. So they're just 1 for 5 from free throws. So that they really need to improve on that. Turnovers are even, but it feels like they hurt more for the Lions right now. They've had a lot of good possessions. They're nothing but turnovers. Lions have 3 blocks to 2 for Huston Tillotson. Largest lead, 4 and 3. So like I said, neither team has been able to get more than a few inches of separation in this one.
SAGU's largest lead, 4. The Rams' largest lead is just 3. Score tied 6 times. The lead changed 3 times. So a really, really tight ball game.
And that's, I mean, and we kind of expected it too. We definitely didn't come into this game with any sort of idea that this was going to be some, easy win by the Lions just because they were playing the number 9, number 10 team in Red River Conference. This is the way it's been all year long. These teams playing each other, just playing it tight. Lions have got to improve on shooting, though. I mean, you just cannot shoot 31% overall. You can't go 2 for 13 from three-point range and plan on winning a game. I mean, it happens, and they found a way to do it. And it's, at this point, they found ways to win games that are so ugly over and over and over again. You feel like they might be testing their luck to do it again.
That's the exact phrase that Coach Bostwick was telling me this afternoon. Is we're winning ugly. He said that several times, and right now they're winning ugly, 12 in a row, going for 13. And if they shoot 2 for 13 again from the three-point line, I don't think they're going to win this game.
I mean, they definitely need an improvement there, and also turnovers. See that number being even, 12 and 12. I really do think the team with fewer turnovers in the second half is going to be the winner. I think it's as simple as that, because these are, again, we always talk about the Lions getting more possessions based on offensive rebounds, so they're not going to get a whole lot more possessions because Huston Tillotson is such a good offensive rebounding team. Right. This is one of those games that I think whoever can limit the mistakes in the second half is going to win, because I don't see this one getting any sort of real separation anytime soon. I think this game could stay this tight the whole way to the finish. Maybe a 6-point lead being your largest. You have to be prepared for that. And so every single possession, from the first possession to the last one, is going to be very important. Yeah. You can't afford to let momentum slip away with a bad pass, a pass out of bounds, or again, just letting the ball get stolen away from you. That was happening way too much with the Lions, just getting it swiped out of their hands. So the Lions definitely have some bulletin board material to improve on here in the second half. Well, we're going to do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more insight, some more second half adjustments, and second half action here on SAGU Sports Live.
Welcome back. We're now 4.5 minutes remaining to leading up a second half here. You're watching NAIA basketball on SAGU Sports Live, the leader in high-definition sports internet broadcasting right here in Waxahachie, Texas. And Tim, 32-31. Adjustments you think that Coach Bostwick perhaps have maybe told his troops at halftime?
I mean, the only adjustment is shoot better. Shoot better. If you can get your percentage up around 40-45% in this half, you should have this thing, because your defense is doing a good job of shutting down the Rams for the most part. Just shoot better and try to limit turnovers. Should have it. Another big score we're keeping track of, obviously, is out in Shreveport. Texas College taking on LSU Shreveport right now at the half. LSUS leads the Texas College Steelers 44-39. If you're a Lions fan, you're hoping the Steelers can come back and find a way to capture that one. Looking ahead from tonight, the Lions have 5 games remaining, just like the Lady Lions. On Saturday night, they go into Houston to take on St. Thomas, who's currently 3rd place in the River Conference. That's going to be a huge one to determine whether the Lions are going to be going in as #1 seed.
We need fans out there. If you're from Houston, there'll be a watch party. The Lions will need your support on that day, February 9th, down at St. Thomas.
Then the Lions will be down back here a week after that on Saturday to play Paul Quinn. Usually a conference game, not this year. A non-conference date against Paul Quinn. Home against Our Lady of the Lake. That'll be a big one. Wiley, LSU, Shreveport. I mean, so then you have 2 more great teams coming in. Wiley coming in, and then the huge one against LSU, Shreveport. Obviously, there's a chance that if things go your way, you'll have the Red River Conference clinched before the last game against LSU, Shreveport. It feels more and more, though, like it's more than likely that that will be the regular season championship for the NAIA Red River Conference. Obviously, we've told you before that if you finish 1st place, you clinch the regular season.
Automatic berth.
Automatic berth to Kansas City, no questions asked. If you don't, then you got to go to the conference tournament, try to make it to the finals at least. Hopefully playing the regular season champion in the finals. That would also give you an automatic berth. Obviously winning the finals would be an automatic berth. Lions are number 13 right now. Didn't jump like we thought.
We'd make it the top 10,
didn't jump like they thought we did. And again, that's just the thing of you're the new kid on the block, and the Lions have to understand that right now. This is our first trip into the top 25. Oklahoma Christian lost this week. They were at number 9. They dropped to number 10. They've also been in the top 25 for, I think, 60 straight weeks. They get respect. They get that.
Sure.
I mean, there's a reason Notre Dame was number 1 at the end of the year, and it wasn't because they were that good. You get respect.
Easy now. You're talking to a Hoosier.
you get respect when you're a long-lasting team, when you're a team that's stuck around for a long time. So the Lions have to understand right now that where they are, it's going to take 13 wins to move up to where they are and 10 wins to move up one more spot maybe. But one win will drop you, and it'll drop you in a hurry. Or one loss will drop you in a hurry. So right now, when you're looking at that scoreboard, holding a 1-point lead against a fired-up Rams team. The Rams team, like you said, you're walking with swagger offensively and defensively. You got to find a way to flip that script, play much better in the second half, try to get out to a 10-point lead as fast as you can, and just put this one where you need it to be.
Looking at the free throws, we talk about shooting. The Lions fine for the free throw line, 8 from 10, but it's in the field of play. Just 15% beyond the stripe and just 31% from field goal range. So maybe they need to just get to the line more often.
Yeah, well, that could be a solution. Be sure and like us on Facebook.com/SAGU Sports Live. Like us, check out all the latest news and updates. Obviously on Saturday with the Lions on the road, we'll be keeping track of that one as best we can and updating you on the results, both men's and women's, as soon as they come in. So be sure and check that out for the weekend, and check out the latest highlights from this last weekend. Like I said before, in a weekend where you had a game-winning 3 with 4 seconds left, an overtime win, and free tacos for the crowd, there's plenty of highlights to go around.
Check out the highlight package that my partner Tim Roberts puts together. Fun, entertaining, just the best of the best from SAGU Sports Live. And speaking of SAGU Sports Live, it's just heard word that one of our former reporters, now working in Grand Junction, Colorado, Crystal Sonmore, watching the broadcast on SAGU.tv tonight, and glad to have her aboard, watching from probably her cozy comfort home, or maybe perhaps the newsroom in the Grand Junction NBC station. Really gave a lot of credit to her time here at SAGU and helping prepare her for her post-collegiate career. So we're glad to have Crystal on board watching today, and proud of her accomplishments out in Colorado.
Yep, definitely. So here we go. Lions will inbound to start it. Like we said, don't discount that this could be the most important possession of the game, because it's that close right now. Every possession is going to matter from here until the end.
Rambo.
That's
making
nice.
it look easy. That's what you want to see. How about this? An easy basket.
Rambo didn't have a shot like that in the first half.
Nope.
It looked like the Rams defense kind of fell asleep there for a second. They definitely were offered much more resistance than that the entire first half. So second half starts out the way the Lions would want it to.
2-3 defense from the
Knocked
Lions.
away.
And a strip and a steal, and up ahead to Rambo. Pass over to Gentry, off the glass, and that's 2 making it look easy shots. First Rambo, now Gentry, and now a 5-point lead less than a minute into the second half.
Well, that's how you want to script this opening. You get the nice layup by Rambo, you get a steal, another basket. Foul coming in on Rambo now, though. That's his second on the game. But that's exactly what you want to do. Mentioned at halftime, if you could try to force a 10-point lead in the game that has this much low scoring, that'd be huge.
Big 3.
Oh, but nice lay-in.
Nice tip in.
That's Demetrius Smith.
Douglas with the missed shot.
And Smith just followed it up, got possession, and laid it in. Oh, that's
how about that move?
Blocked, but I think a foul is going to come in, and it is, and that's going to come against Smith. That's his second foul of the game as well, so Rambo will go back to the line, where in the first half, well, he made a number of trips there in the first half and went 4 for 6, sorry. 4 for 6
4 for
overall.
6, 11 points. Rambo averages 18.2. He's already got 13 on the evening, looking for point 14 and perhaps 15 here with these 2 foul shots. That one, you could see that was going to be off the moment it left his hands.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that was bad miss. Everyone just close your eyes. That didn't happen. Nothing to see here.
Reset
Nothing to see here.
Knock down this one, try to go up by 4. That's all I can say after
we'll
that.
Try it again. That one also off.
So Rambo cannot connect on either. After a good free throw shooting half of the Lions, they start off with 2 misses. And It looks a lot like the game we saw in the first half right now. Hard for either team to get anything going or any separation through the first minute and a half of this one. Foul coming in on Deuce Ward. He appeared to be about a step away from Smith,
trying to guard Smith.
but he gets called for the foul. That's his second for the Lions in the minute and a half. These two of the top fouling teams in the NAIA. They did a good job limiting those slashes and holds in the first half, but 3 combined in the first minute and a half here.
Floater, well short, tried to get his own rebound. Ball will stay underneath the Lions basket. 26 remaining on the shot clock. Now Smith over to Morgan, over to James. A lot of touches. Long shot from the corner. The 2-point shot, good from Tyrese Hill, and a timeout. 30-second timeout called by the Lions head coach Donnie Bostwick, and he is not happy at all about the defensive effort, letting his players have it.
That one turned in a hurry. Let's go down to the court side now where Tyler Evans is standing by with some fans. Over to you, Tyler.
Guys, now here with me I have 2 Lady Gold Jackets and the president of the Gold Jackets, Ileana Hernandez. Now Ileana, I know you have 2 major events coming up, such as the Mr. Wonderful auction and the Powder Puff football game. Why don't you tell us about these?
Well, Mr. Wonderful is basically where we auction off dates with guys for a good cause. It's to support Gold Jackets and to support the Giving Project this semester. And Powder Puff is where the girls actually get to play football and the guys coach them. And just those are 2 events that we're using to kind of unite the campus and just bring a little fun out to the campus.
It sounds like a ton of fun. Now, earlier you mentioned that although you ladies are called the Gold Jackets, this is your first semester wearing actual physical Gold Jackets, which are quite lovely. What is the significance of this?
Well, the significance is really just to bring attention to our group. A lot of people don't really know that Gold Jackets even exist. And since we've gotten the physical Gold Jackets, we've had a lot of recognition on campus, and it just helps bring morale and pride to our group and our sisterhood.
Thank you so much, ladies, for your time. This is Tyler Marie reporting from the stands. Back to you, Robinson.
And there's a shot missed from Walter, but an offensive board from Rambo. And the Lions get another shot at it. Rambo now out to Gentry from the corner. 3-ball, short rebound. Here comes Hill.
And
he'll go coast to coast.
And he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. And right now, 3-point land is a frozen wasteland for the Lions. They cannot buy a shot. And it's about to give the Rams a chance to take the lead. We mentioned that first minute went so well. I mean, what could go wrong after 1 good minute, obviously? You get the 4 quick points, a turnover. It was looking good, but since then, the Rams have stifled them on defense, found their way down the court. But another miss here.
Have they hit a free throw yet? Just one.
They were 1 for 5 in the first half, 1 for 6 now. Makes the second, though, and we are all tied up again. So after the initial burst from the Lions to start the second half, it's erased in a hurry. And this game is not going anywhere fast.
Rambo, he'll try a 3. Got it to circle in, and down through it goes. Rambo breaks that 3-point frozen tundra. What'd you call it? A wasteland? Something like that.
Planet Hoth from out there before that shot by Rambo.
Here's a strong inside. Yeah, strong inside move, but shot no good from Smith. Rambo, spin over to Ward, tipped away.
Not even quite sure what happened there. The ball went to a scrum and just sort of popped
40
out
feet in the air.
The Lions
Fort shot too strong. Offensive board or defensive board. Walter up ahead to Rambo in transition into the lane. Back out to Walter for 3.
Foot was on the line, but it's no good either way. Lions defense standing strong again, but the offense
Hill with a strong move and a charge. And a great stand from Jonathan Walter. Knew that Tyrese Hill wanted to go to the basket, set his feet, stood straight up, took the contact, got the call.
Big charge there. Now the Lions need to find a way to make things work
That
on
may
offense.
be the spark you need defensively, Tim.
Well, I mean, the defense has been doing a pretty good job of shutting down the Rams, not letting them roll off any sort of points. They just have 36 points, almost 4 minutes in the second half. The offense needs to start responding with that. They need to start putting up points. If you could just score every 2 times you force a turnover, you could be looking at a 7 or 8 point lead.
Now Ford drives left. Adoy finds the ball. Shot off the mark. Rebound. Fort. Up ahead comes Douglas. Sizes up Guidry. Crossover move. Backs it back out. Over to the leading scorer for the Rams, Smith. Now inside to Fort. Tipped away. The Lions come up with it. A near steal. Now Guidry in transition from the elbow. Releases. It's good. 41-36.
Turnovers killing these two teams, and Coach Plummer calls timeout. As this one literally, it's just like we've seen in games before where a team will own 5 minutes, and the team will own 5 minutes, kind of back and forth from there. This game is just teams owning individual minutes at the moment.
Yeah.
The Lions have used a good minute and a half of play now to move back up by 5, forcing turnovers. I said it at the half. Whoever has fewer turnovers second half is more likely to come out the winner of this one, because neither team is shooting well enough to overcome multiple turnovers. Neither team is really even reboundingly consistent enough. They're not flexing that offensive rebound power to overcome the misses. Therefore, it's going to come down to who has more possessions based on steals, bad passes, travels, charges. Everything that can amount to a turnover is really going to depend right there. Looking at these stats, 3 turnovers already for the Rams in the second half. The Lions have 1. The Lions are in fact shooting 50% in this half now. The Rams are shooting 33. Ball is almost lost.
Now Smith keeping the ball between his legs. Now gets the ball over to McGee. Back to James. James 10 on the shot clock and passes to nobody. What happened there is McGee cut to the basket right as James was passing it to the wing, and so no one there to catch it. Free gift for the Lions.
He thought McGee would be there, and he wasn't, so another turnover from the Rams. They are mounting 4 in this half already, and the Lions need to take advantage of these free possessions.
Now out to Noelle, inside to Adoy, back out, in-out game. Guidry lets one fly. A scramble and a fight for the ball, and who else? Emmanuel Adoy on an inside pass attempt to Ford, kicked away, and a monster dunk.
And a foul from behind on the dunk.
Demetrius Smith.
Coming in on Guidry is a foul.
Guidry saw Ford opening the block.
Yeah, James
tried to whip it in there fast, but
James just stepped in and swiped that one. And just like that, a chance for a 3-point play for the Rams. No good. Lions do secure the rebound, but it is a 3-point game. Foul coming in now.
That's going to be on McGee, Calvin McGee, the junior from San Antonio, whistled for the contact in the backcourt.
And
the Rams aren't going anywhere. They're gonna make this a game that the Lions earn to win.
First 5.5 minutes of this one is just a sequel from the first half. Foul coming in, and that's going to come in on Cameron Morgan. Update from Shreveport. The Pilots lead the Steers 57-50 with 16:16 left in the second half.
Adoy tried to get it inside to Noelle, blocked.
And just turned back over.
And there it is, another turnover, Tim. Now, a long shot from Ford, probably not his best shot. Scramble for the ball over Guidry's head. He comes away with it. Now up ahead to Ford, over Noelle.
One too many passes, but he's able to go up with the Lions. He had 3-on-1. And Noelle tried to force that last pass into Rambo when the defender had kind of broken off in case Rambo was going to get it. He was kind of seeding the basket to Noelle almost. So one too many passes eliminates the Lions scoring chance there, but they do keep the ball.
And Fort will take a seat. Into the game is 55, Jamal Scantlerberry. Here's a 3-ball over the back of the backboard. That's out of bounds according to the rules of basketball. So Rams will get the ball back. 13:43 left. Plenty of time. And a swat rejection from Llewellyn. And Scantlerberry 6'7". Long wingspan, and Llewellyn still able to get up there and bat it away.
Gentry steps in for Guidry.
Llewellyn giving up 2 inches to Scantlerberry. High rebound, and Deuce comes out with it.
Almost turned over, but Deuce finds a way to get it.
And
Ford somehow not fouled on that play. Crowd can't believe it.
Point blank miss and a point blank offensive board and a putback. That is Smith again making his presence felt around the boards. Off a layup attempt miss from James, who went coast to coast, and now Gentry just checks into the game, works on James.
It's a 1-point game.
Llewellyn drive, spin. A block on, it might be on Smith. They'll put Llewellyn to the line, and it's going to be on Smith.
And that's his 3rd foul. He is the points leader for the Rams right now with 17. And with just under 13 minutes remaining, Demetrius Smith has entered foul trouble. Llewellyn will go to the line trying to increase this 1-point SAGU lead.
They are, I believe, 8 of 11 from the night, and that one off the mark.
Into the game will come Tyrese Hill. And it appears, yeah, and now, at first it didn't appear like he would, but now Demetrius Smith will take a seat. Holding 3 fouls. And Llewellyn needs to hit this second one. He does. Walter steps into the game and takes Llewellyn's spot. And the Lions are holding a slim 2-point lead. They haven't relinquished the lead yet this half, but it's been close throughout the game. Largest lead of the entire night was 6 by the Lions.
Definite different feel, Tim, from their last game against University of the Southwest, where by this point in the game, it was about a 25-point lead.
Knocked away almost, unable to pull down the steal. And a foul is going to come in against Jonathan Walter here.
Walter with the block.
Southwestern foul number 21, Jonathan Walter.
That's his 2nd foul. 5th on the Lions for the half. So after a more controlled foul half for these two teams, they're both at 5. Not even close to halfway done with the half yet. For 3, airballs it. Walter loses control. Has to pick up his dribble.
Ford's wide open. Steps up.
Nothing.
Not enough arc.
Absolutely nothing can fall. No whistle on that block slash strip. Another 3.
James way downtown. Offensive board from Scantlerberry, and trying to rip it out of his hands is Gentry. Gentry wisely walking away, and they're going to call a jump ball. How about that?
Gentry forces the jump. Possession will stay with the Rams.
Took Gentry for a ride. As Scantlerberry tried to clear the ball out, Gentry just would not let go. And both players forced to the ground. And possession arrow, like I said, will be in favor of the Rams. 42-40 your score, 12 minutes left. Another quick whistle, Tim. That one's going to be on Deuce Ward. And now the crowd getting into the action.
And that's the 3rd foul on Deuce Ward. Rambo knocks it away, and Lions will retain possession, force the turnover. So you have Deuce Ward at 3 fouls. Not what you want to see with 12 minutes left in this one. Lions with a chance again, though. Try to start stretching the lead out. Having trouble just getting down the court, though. Sloppy play.
Look for Rambo to take a shot here. There's always a time in the game where he likes to take over.
Just slips out of his hands and turns it over to the Rams. The Lions can't get anything going.
Now some full court pressure. James lets it fly.
And the Rams have the lead.
Marcavius James.
They kept trying, and they finally got it. Lions gave them too many chances. They forced turnover after turnover, got rebound after rebound, but couldn't score.
And now here's a whistle and a foul on Tyrese Hill.
That's his 4th foul.
He's going to come out of the ball game, trying to steal the ball from Walter.
Foul trouble piling up on both teams in a hurry now. Demetrius Smith comes in for Hill.
Back to Walter. Tough shot. Got the roll. How did that fall, Tim?
He just put it on the right side of the back of the rim, that's for sure.
Strong move inside from the big man, and it's good. High off the glass.
And that is going to be Deuce Ward's 4th foul.
Ronzel Fort.
Noellaway will come and step in for Deuce Ward.
Now, this is the 4th foul on Rambo?
On Ward.
On Ward.
The 4th foul on Ward. The lead is retaken by the Rams, and they will try to stretch it with this Ronzel Fort free throw. It is good. The Lions, very reminiscent so far of the first 3 quarters of the Langston game, unable to get anything going. Can they, over the last 10 minutes or so, duplicate what they did in that game and turn on offensively? Rambo drives and draws the foul.
Quick move. Went to another whole gear as he approached the paint and just sliced past the defenders, Tim, and he'll go to the line.
That's the 3rd foul on Cameron Morgan. That might be what you have to do in this game. Drive in, force them to foul you, try to rack up those foul totals.
He has got another gear that he can dial in anytime he wants to.
Rambo misses another free throw. That's 3 in a row for him now. Having trouble from the line and not at a good time for it as the Lions trail by 2 with 10:50 left in this one. Misses both.
He's missed his last 4.
Crowd starting to feel a little apprehensive. Got some hands on the heads. This one not working like they were hoping it would. Stepped on the line and turns it over.
Good defense, real good defense. Used his feet, James Ford used his feet, shifted over, never made enough contact with the body to warrant the foul, and the ball carrier just stepped on the line. Credit James Ford, great defense. Now here's Rambo. Stutter step, stop, loses the ball. We'll keep it right here. And the Rams playing tough here in the Schaefer Center, fighting for that 8th position in the Red River with a lot on the line tonight. That short shot from Walter, and it landed back in the lap of one of the SAGU players who was on the ground. I believe that was Ward. It was Ford. Ford was just on the ground, and the ball landed in his lap. Out of the play, the ball comes back to him.
Jump ball is
that was an odd play.
Yeah, the jump ball is forced by the Lions though, so they will get possession back. Right now, Demetrius Smith already has a double-double on the night, 17 points and 14 rebounds. He does have 3 fouls though, so if you're the Lions, you want to target him on offense. Try to make him commit that 4th foul, eliminate him for 5 or 6 minutes from the game. That'd be a huge threat taken out of this game.
And each team now, Tim, has reached the bonus. 7 fouls for the Rams and the Lions, respectively.
And there's 10:22 left. Lions have caught up with the Rams on turnovers after initially it was all Huston Tillotson again. Rams now have 18 on the game. Lions have 17. And this game still remains so close. Lions barely out-rebounding the Rams. They trail by 2. The Lions' shooting percentage dropped to 35% for the half, 32% overall in the game, while the Rams are shooting 36%.
Gentry now over to Noellaway. Fires a long 3. Gentry off the mark. Careful. Lions let the Rams have that one.
Lions are 2 for 14 from 3-point range tonight. stolen by Noella Way.
That's a good defensive play. Rambo on up ahead, lays it up and gets the roll. Hits the back of the iron.
And
falls in, and we're tied again at 46 all.
Demetrius Smith was frozen in place on that play. He wanted to make a play on the ball, but he knew he couldn't commit the fourth foul.
Right.
Got to target Smith in the next few minutes while he still can't afford to commit that fourth foul.
And a great pick. An outstanding pick from Fort. Set up that shot. James Ford ran into a brick wall. Ford then able to get it off over to James, who laid it in. Good offensive series there from the Rams. Got to take care of the ball if you're the Lions. Got to limit these turnovers. It's getting near crunch time now. 3 ball from Rambo. Got it! Dominique Rambo sends it home and sends the Lions back into the lead, 49-48. And that timeout, wanting to talk it over, is third-year head coach Elwood Plummer. 8:53 left.
That one didn't feel good coming off his hand, whether it was just the inaccuracy of it or the overall inaccuracy of the game, but big one from Rambo puts the Lions back in front. He has 21 points on the night now. And man, if you're the Lions, that's what you need. You just need to find a way to make your shots start falling. Like we said at half, they're shooting 31% at the half. We said you can't win shooting 31%. Well, they're only shooting about 36% on the game right now. From Shreveport, LSU Shreveport leads Texas College 69-62. We say it again, if you're a Lions fan, well, that's 69-64. So that's a brief bit of good news right there. If you're a Lions fan, you want to see the Steers find a way to pull an upset of the Pilots. If you can go ahead and win this one, that would give you a 3.5 game lead over the Pilots. And if you lose, you definitely need Texas College to beat the Pilots.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. A lot on the line every game now. Critical. Lions, not that they need help, but they could sure use the help from Texas College. This game clearly not over yet. The Rams playing tough. Again, Tim, the Rams are just 1-9 on the road all season long. This is perhaps their best game of the year, and although there's still 8:53 left. They could come away with a monster road win if they're able to upset the Lions tonight. How does that ball not go in? A strong move from Demetrius Smith, rolls off the rim, and the ball back to the Lions.
And this is what you have to start taking advantage of. You're under 9 minutes left now. You force a miss, you got to score. You got to score when you force misses, when you force turnovers. You got to start building this lead to something you can defend. 1 point lead isn't even a lead. Rambo goes down. The Lions somehow keep possession.
Guidry comes up with it. Adoy. And now a steal from Smith.
He goes against 3
Gets
Lions.
his own board. And Adoy and him toss it up.
Another jump ball. And
another jump ball.
It'll go to the Rams, so they will not lose possession on that. And this Rams defense just continues to fluster the Lions, forcing all these turnovers. Rambo having problems just getting the ball up the court. Walter steps in for the Lions, as well as Cameron Morgan.
Adoy to step out.
Help each other, Tyler! Help each other! Trust each other, come on now! Trust each other, talk after no rotate!
Strong move into the lane. Shot no good. Walter just checked in. Has the rebound. He's got numbers. Gentry, alley-oop.
There you go.
And a slam dunk. And alley-oop dunk, Gentry. To Noella Way.
Now hold on, defense. Keep this momentum. Try to levy some momentum for the team.
Need a steal right here. Need a steal. Play good defense now. Play good defense.
Blocking
and a whistle. It's going to be on Noella Way. And that's going to put the Rams back on the foul line, trailing by 3.
Good news is that's only Noella Way's first foul of the game.
How about the alley-oop, Gentry?
Very key, very clutch. Got your momentum for the moment, but
wakes the crowd up at any rate.
Back into the game will come Christopher Edwards. He'll come in for Ronzel Fort.
You know, sometimes it's the hustle play, diving for the loose ball, a dunk like that, a steal that gets the crowd in the game. The crowd wants to get in the game, but you've got to do something, that extra mile, that spark, to get them alive and active, and perhaps that will do the trick for the Lions here.
Misses the first half of a 1-and-1, so the Lions, big chance here.
Gidry pushes the ball up ahead. Scott Gentry passes it up, and a near steal from Thomas, and Gidry able to poke his hand in there. Went off went off Smith's hands. The Lions will get the ball back.
Like I said, when you force possessions that don't result in scores, you got to try to start scoring yourself.
Rambo
push that lead.
Works on Morgan.
Loses the ball, and the Rams come up with it and call timeout.
A wise timeout on his belly. Demetrius Smith, the sophomore from Pflugerville, uses one of their timeouts. They've got 4 left. That's a smart timeout, Tim.
Very smart timeout. Like I said at halftime, every possession from the first to the last is going to matter in this half, so you don't want to lose a possession off of a travel or a jump ball right there. And to the Lions, just too many turnovers piling up on you. Rambo trying to drive up the middle and just loses the ball trying to split 2 defenders. Pilots lead the Steers 69-66 in Shreveport, so
8:28 left in that ball game.
Yep, Texas College trying to pull a game closer to everybody, help the Lions out a bit. The turnover battle is now tied, 19 for each. So the game is a 3-point margin. The turnover battle's tied, and I'm still holding to my call that whoever commits the most turnovers in this half.
You said it, the least turnovers in the second half. We'll see
win.
if that pans out. Here's another turnover, on up ahead to Walter. The power slams it home! And now get the crowd on their feet, and the Lions up by 5.
That's a smart dunk because he couldn't risk the layup. He had too many defenders behind him. Almost lost again by the Rams. Lions defense back to swarm mode. For 3, bucket.
That'll quiet the crowd a little bit. That is Tyrese Hill,
the Rams,
a freshman.
Have had an answer for everything tonight. The Lions got the huge alley-oop dunk, followed with the 3. Big dunk by Walter, followed with the 3. They will not let the Lions get more than 5 points ahead.
Well away, top of the key. Walter fights for an offensive board. Rambo comes up with it, throws it up, but he's fouled.
Big.
It's going to be on Cameron Morgan, who can't believe it.
That's going to be his 4th foul, so a host of Rams in foul trouble now. And Rambo did a good job of following that one up with the ball tipping around. Now he has missed his last 4 free throw attempts.
He needs to just put a good, smooth release on this. There it is. Free throws during the game can translate to smoother releases on field goals when the ball's in play. So these free throws are really important for Rambo, just to feel that release, get that stroke back down in his mind. He may need that later. Second one is no good.
Big rebound by Gentry.
Walter for 3. Too strong. Coming away with the rebound is Fort. Fort complaining.
Lions
it was hacked. No call.
Lions are 2 for 8 from 3-point land.
And there's going to be a foul. It's going to be a push on Gentry. That's his 2nd.
And that'll be a free trip to the line for the Rams. The last of the 1-and-1s on the night, though. They are shooting just 3 for 10 from the free throw line. When in a game that's going to be this close, that could really come back to haunt you. Of course, the Lions, before that last trip down, well, they're 2 for 8 in the second half. So both teams missing their share of free throws right now. Makes the first of the 1-and-1, though. Chance to cut it down to 1, and this one just does not feel like it's going anywhere. Good. 1-point game, 6:22 remaining. In a low-scoring, turnover-ridden slugfest here in the Schaefer Center. Can the Lions pull out another ugly one?
Gidry looks over, dangerous pass over to Ward. Rambo looked at a three, steps inside the three-point line, and a great shot banking off the top of the square. Because of the angle, he had to go above the square, lays it up and in off the glass, pushes the lead back out to 3. Now here's a
near steal attempt by
near
Rambo.
steal from Rambo, able to tip it away.
Swung around, almost got his hand on it for a complete steal, but goes out.
Now keep in mind now, Ward playing with 4 fouls. And a steal from Rambo! And this ought to put the Lions up by 5, and he does, 58-53.
Big chance here for the Lions. Force another turnover or 2, force a couple of possessions out of made basket. You'll be under 5 minutes with the lead. Another
Now
steal.
another one. Here comes Rambo. He's got Ford. He may take it himself. Short pass to Ford. Easy layup. Smart play from Dominic Rambo.
Slammed on the brakes, forced the defenders forward, and Ford kept on trucking to the basket. Fed him inside. Timeout, Rams.
And the crowd on their feet.
Lions have the largest lead of the night. 7 points with 5:11 left. They have turned it on at the right spot. And good news from Shreveport. It's 72-71. Pilots over Steers. Could everything go right for the Lions over the next 7 minutes or so? We'll see. Don't go anywhere. This game's far from over. This 7-point lead should just be an oasis in a desert, because it has been a desert of shooting for the Lions tonight. It's a great place to be, though, approaching the 5-minute mark. But don't think for a second that the Rams could have had an answer for every time. Every time the Lions got a big dunk, a big layup, anything big, the Rams have had an answer for it. Don't think they don't have an answer for this.
Well, they're definitely not going to give up 86 points tonight. They've held the Lions to 60 with 5 minutes left. It'd be hard to score 25 points in 5 minutes, so hats off.
Overtimes.
Overtime is possible. Hats off so far to the Rams defense doing their job. What's the latest turnover?
Latest turnover count, 22 for the Rams, 19 for the Lions. But I want to put another count right now. The Rams are shooting 41% from the free throw line tonight. The Lions, 55%. Counted up, that's 8 points left on the line for the Lions. And that's 7 points left on the line for the Rams. In a game this close, that amount of free throw shooting could really hurt you.
Ugly, ugly, ugly. He says we win ugly. It's shaping up to be another ugly win if the Lions can hold on here the last 5 minutes.
Also shooting 19% from three-point range. That's just bad. Turnover.
Turnover. Tyrese Hill walked with it. Or no, they're saying it's a push.
Foul.
An offensive push.
And if that's on Hill, that's his 5th foul. No, it's coming on number 10. Coming on number 10, actually.
It's on Calvin McGee.
That's his 3rd foul. That would have been Hill's 5th foul, but it was actually on McGee. Guidry, big chance for the Lions.
He's in trouble now. Somehow gets it out to Ward.
Smart timeout by Coach Bostwick.
Bostwick calls a 30-second timeout.
Very smart timeout, because his players were getting swarmed. And when you're up by 7, under 5 minutes left, you got a chance to make this a 9-point game. I'd say 10-point game, but I'm not going to bet on any 3-pointers at the end of the close here. You got a chance to stretch this even bigger. The way your defense has shut the Rams down, they've allowed 22 points in the second half, 36% shooting, 37% shooting overall for the game. That's right where they like to hold their opponents. That's why they're number 4 in the nation in field goal percentage defensively. This is how you want to finish it off. So Lions will have 25 ticks on the shot clock, 4:53 left in the game, and almost a turnover.
Got to be careful with that ball. Your Deuce Ward inbounding, the long and quick arms of Thomas almost stole that away.
Demetrius Smith, who has
Demetrius Smith almost stole that away from Guidry.
And man, look at his stats for the night: 17 points, 15 rebounds, 4 steals. That leads the Rams in all 3 of those categories. So Smith, playing with 3 fouls, having a great night tonight. And he'll need to have some
screen from Newellaway. Off the screen, gets the pass back. Nice play. High screen near the top of the key. Rambo took it, dished it back over to Newellaway. He drains a 19-footer.
9-point lead. Now the Lions.
Rejection from Newellaway. Rambo able to save it. Up ahead to Guidry. Back to Rambo. Fakes a 3. Drives to the basket. Dishes off to Newellaway, who's fouled.
That's how Mike likes it. Another block from Mike Newellaway. That's his 2nd of the game. just the timing of his jump leaves no doubt, no chance for that one to be any sort of foul called. That is the 4th foul on Calvin McGee. Now Willoway go to the line for 2. Chance to make this an 11-point lead. Misses the first. Now into the game for the Rams, Cameron Morgan, and he will take Marcavius James' spot. Marcavius James, 12 points, no fouls. Cameron Morgan, 3 points, 4 fouls, steps in for him.
And Morgan has 4 fouls, and so does McGee. And so does Hill. 3 players on the court with 4 fouls for the Rams. Rams will now need to score in a hurry. Hanging on the rim.
And that's going to be a foul on Deuce Ward, and he can hit the bench. That's his 5th foul, trying to get the rebound. And Deuce Ward will check out of this game. No points on the night, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 5 fouls.
No points. That's really a shock, really, that a player of his caliber wasn't able to get on the scoreboard. Great rebounder, but he usually does. Well, he averages.
Only took 3 shots today, though. He did the dirty work.
He averages 7.5 a game, but none tonight.
He did the dirty work in an ugly game. Another missed free throw for the Rams, Cameron Morgan. That's his 2nd miss of the game, and the Rams' free throw misses are piling up. That one does fall, and it's a 9-point game. 4 minutes straight on the clock.
And 4 minutes, 38 seconds left in the Texas College Shreveport game, and it's 81-81.
Nail biters in the Schaefer Center, nail biters down at the dock in Shreveport. If you play in the Red River Conference, just don't try to grow nails.
How about that move?
Rambo.
Way up on the rim was Rambo. He almost could have dunked that. Wide open lane, took the right baseline, lays it up and in, and gives the Lions an 11-point advantage now with 3:25 left.
You definitely like to have your largest lead of the night with 3:25 left. Almost punched away by the Lions.
Monster 3 attempt. Shot no good from Smith. On up ahead, can Walter save it? Careful.
Rambo just trying to slap that one ahead. Knew he didn't have a very good chance of getting it without committing a foul, so he just sort of slapped it. Too strong, though. Goes out, and the Rams will get the ball back. Approaching 3 minutes, Lions have an 11-point lead.
Guidry shadowing McGee. Now Morgan working on Rambo. He wants to pop. He does. Shot no good, well short, and a scramble for the ball. And 3 players with their hands on the ball. 2 Rams, 1 Lions. Jump ball. Lions will get the ball back.
Get the ball back. That's huge. Under 3 minutes to go now. You force the jump ball, which with the arrow pointing your way, you force the turnover essentially. So 11-point lead, and the Lions will be content to run some clock on this trip down the court.
A near bad pass there to Walter.
Nothing about this game has been pristine or good.
Oh, and at the board all night long at the rim again. Newellaway packs it home.
He is just a heat-seeking missile on that rim. He never gives up on a shot.
And it's going to be a
blocking
foul on Walter. But how about the timing and the leg vertical leap of Newellaway?
Yeah,
all night long, Tim.
Yeah, just charging in. He actually had a dunk earlier in the game, just like that. Charging in on a miss, throwing it through the hoop. Up by 13, 2:25 left.
It's hard to block a guy when he's running in from the top of the block near the elbow, which most of those times he's had a running start to give him a little more elevation, and it's tough to block out a player offensively when you're not just standing inside the block. So Newellaway playing smart for his team on the boards tonight. Keeping the crowd active with some monster dunks. Now the Lions up by 12 with just under 2.5 remaining. Wouldn't say the game is over yet, but it's slowly inching towards the Lions' favor. Rams able to cut it to 11. Full court press now.
This is where the Lions, this is exactly what they wanted to do. Stretch it out to a 2-digit lead, double-digit lead at the best point of the game. Now you can run some clock. The Rams foul you, well, they're probably just giving you a chance to go back up by 13. So the Rams have to drop back and play defense. They will play aggressive defense, though. 2 players with 4 fouls on the floor for the Rams.
Oh, how about that one? Gidry wanted to pass, saw it wasn't there, and on his way down, his feet nearly touched the ground and just let it fly.
He went up for the pass, knew he was about to travel, and just launched up a shot. Ford
able to put it in. That was an oops shot that just went in from Gidry. What can you say? Just good body awareness. I mean, that was, when he jumped in the air, he was thinking pass, pass, pass. On his way down, he's thinking pass. Then he realized this pass is not going to work, and he just tossed it up, used his rotation, and it looked pretty good actually coming off his hands.
It worked. It worked. So now the Rams trail by 11, call a timeout. From the dock in Shreveport, Texas College leads 85-83. 2:16 is remaining, and I can imagine there's a buzz in that gym right now.
Can we get a live feed into Shreveport, please?
2 pilots over 25 points. Davis has 25, Millam has 28, and that is a thriller, I am sure, out in Shreveport, where the Lions will be for their final game of the year. Hold on here. Have the Steers pull the upset in Shreveport. You're looking at a 3.5 game lead over LSU Shreveport, who is the most likely candidate to pass you up for first place in Red River Conference. St. Thomas playing Our Lady of the Lake. We should have some updates on that.
There's a pass up ahead to Ford. Dish over to Noellaway. Back to Ford. Off the right side. Off the glass. It's good. Noellaway stands his ground, and he gets the call. Stood his ground, established contact outside the restricted area, and that's a charge.
And that is going to be the 5th foul on Calvin McGee. Lions are up by 13. Minute 29 left. Another player fouls out.
McGee averages 4.7 on the night, and he finishes the game with, check that, 0, 2, scoreless.
Scoreless on the night. So 2 players foul out scoreless. That's the way this game has been. You need some players who can do the dirty work.
And Rambo was bailed out by that call, tripping, falling down, lost control of the ball. Thankfully, he was pushed by a defender, and instead of a turnover, it'll be Rambo at the foul line trying to extend this lead even more. Right now, it stands at 13. Rambo looking to make it 15, which would definitely ice the game for Southwestern.
Rambo with a chance to score 30 on the night, too. Misses the first free throw. He's stuck at 28 for the moment.
It's not been a pretty 28.
Nothing about this game isn't pretty. It'd be the last one asked out for prom, that's for sure. Lions have actually elevated the shooting percentage somehow to 56% in this half. They have come alive in the last few minutes and pushed it there.
Well, it's a lot of layups, Tim. A lot of fast break layups, a lot of easy shots inside.
They haven't tried a three-pointer in at least 10 minutes.
Yeah,
they abandoned the three-point game, got inside.
Yep. That's the difference right there.
Nice bucket there.
Too little, too late though from Justin King.
The Rams are shooting 35% on the night. The Lions overall 43%. 50% from the line for the Rams, 55% from the line for the Lions.
And now Texas College. Well, now LSU just tied it up again. They were up 85-83, now tied at 85.
Rambo drives
slicing through and gets it to roll in. And this game is all but in the books, folks. Lions now up by 14 under a minute to play. It ain't pretty, but the Lions will come away with another win on their home court. Alley-oop and a finish. How about that? That's pretty. That's a pretty way to finish. Gidry again with the oop to Mike Noellaway. And now here come some substitutions as Bostwick, game in hand, sends his starters to the bench. And the keys around at the Schaefer Center as the fans show their appreciation to the Lions. Hard fought, scrappy win here at the Schaefer Center will extend their winning streak to 13.
It exactly was. Hard fought, scrappy, nothing pretty about it, but it's 13 straight wins for the Lions. They're going to come away with a double-digit win over the Rams, who throughout the first 3 quarters of the game had an answer for everything. Ben Starks thought about taking a shot, but he doesn't.
Clayton O'Neal with the ball. Ben Starks now inside Norvalis. Back up to Starks. 10 seconds left. Norvalis gets on the board. 78-62. 3 ball, way off the mark. Loose ball, and time will expire. The last shot is good for 2 to make the final score 78-64. A 14-point win extends the winning streak to 13 for the number 13 team in the land.
And throughout the first 3 quarters of the game, every time the Lions got a spark, the Rams had an answer. The Lions finally struck enough that the Rams couldn't have that answer. That last time, they couldn't get that answer. And that's why the Lions hang on for this battle of a win.
We'll take a quick commercial break, be right back with some stats for you, and hopefully we have an update from down in Shreveport. Stay with us here at SAGU Sports Live.
Not really into purple.
SAGU. Never say no to a Lion.
Welcome back here to the Schaefer Center and a hard-fought win. I'll tell you what, Tim, at 6:22 left, the score was 54-53. Your final score, 78-64.
Yeah, the Lions did a good job of fighting over those last 6 minutes or so, just continuing to battle back. Even when things were not looking good for them, they found a way to keep it up. In the end, the Lions shoot 60% in the second half. It didn't feel like that at any point in the game. It felt like it was just ugliness all the way, but they find a way to shoot 60% in the second half.
45 for the game, so they were able to pull that really weak mark in the first half back up to a respectable level.
Yeah, and so they do a decent job shooting by the end. And again, I think the big point is they abandoned a 3-point game. That was a courage move. That was a move to say, you know what, this doesn't happen for us tonight. Let's go ahead and get off the 3-point game, get inside, let Rambo cut inside, get his layups, all that good stuff.
I don't recall a 3-point shot after that 6:22 mark when the score was 54-53.
I believe on the stats I had then, they were 2 for 8 and a half, and they were 2 and 8 for the half for the rest of the way there. The Rams are held to 37% shooting for the game and 50% free throw shooting. That hurt them without a doubt overall, missing a bunch of points right there, leaving 8 points on the board. But like I said, 24 turnovers overall for the Rams, 19 for the Lions. So the Rams countered with 11 more in the second half, just 6 for the Lions. There was too bad a shooting for this game to be decided by anything else than teams making mistakes on their turnover.
The Rams had 4 players in double figures, led by Demetrius Thomas, their leading scorer. He averages 19, ended up with 17. Leading the way behind him would be Marcavius James, a good game from him of 12. Tyrese Hill off the bench with 11. And then Ronzel Ford, the big man inside, finishes with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Also note Demetrius Thomas, 16 rebounds. You mentioned double-double, an impressive double-double, not just barely, 17 points, 16 rebounds. So hats off to their side. The Rams side played really well. Just the last 5-6 minutes, Lions just put too much pressure, quick the turnovers, less 3-pointers, and again, ugly, but another win.
Again, it was just, they couldn't find an answer that time. They had an answer for everything all throughout the game. They finally couldn't have an answer over those last 5 or 6 minutes. Look at some Lions stats here. Rambo leading the way with 31 points overall. Mike Noellaway, 18 points, 8 boards, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. By the way, Rambo had 5 steals, so great game all around from Rambo. James Ford found a way to double digits with 11 points overall. Besides that, no real scorers of note for the Lions. Walter had 6, and that's pretty much it all the way down.
And Deuce Ward shut out, no points, but still hit the boards hard, played hard every foul. He made it count, but you know, you don't always have to score to help your team. And tonight, Deuce made it happen in other areas, but held scoreless nevertheless.
Yeah, and this is that kind of game that it was just sort of ugly. And, you know, the kind of game that's not necessarily decided by the top scorer, but it's decided by the guy who can play the grittiest, who can play the hardest. And that's exactly what this one turned into. Yeah, just, again, an ugly one, where we should be used to this by now for the Lions. And again, ugly through the first 35 minutes especially, but the Lions in the last 5 minutes found a way to close. Credit the line changes by Bostwick, keeping his starters fresh. Credit just the fact that this team has become very mature and has become very used to winning. They know how to finish a ball game. We've seen them do it in very close games. We've seen them in a game like this where it was back and forth all the way. They found a way to finish this one, and you know, 13 straight. Can't take anything away from 13 straight, no matter how you win them.
And you can at least just hope to, you know, get the attention of the pollsters to perhaps get to that top 10. Not that you have to get there, but it would be nice to say, hey, we're a top 10 team. So another win will at least get the attention of the pollsters in the NAIA NCAA division, or D1 division.
Yeah.
Quick update from Shreveport, Tim.
Yeah, they are tied at 90, and the game is over. That means they are going to overtime in Shreveport with Texas College and LSU Shreveport all tied up. We probably won't be able to bring you the final on that for that reason. But if you want to check it out, go to DAX, go to the Red River Conference page, click on statistics, and click on the live scores for that. The results should be posted on the Red River Conference official webpage by the end of the night. We'll actually post an update on it on the Facebook page. So all of you who are watching right now, check the Facebook page. About 20 minutes or so, and we should have a final from that to let you know where the Lions stand in their quest to clinch first place in the Red River Conference. Well, let's go down to the court now.
Player of the game.
Bianca Alarcon standing by player of the game. We're going to give it to Mike Noello, because this is an ugly, hard-fought game, and Mike had the game-changing plays with the big dunks and the big blocks. So Bianca, take it away.
Player of the game, Mike Noello. Now, Mike, you really just owned the boards tonight. You were all over the rim. You were jumping at the right times. Was that your strategy coming into tonight's game?
Yes, we've had a lot of games lately, so we kind of had a couple days of practice, and we went back. Coach was all about execution, defense, rebounding, the stuff that got us here. So I just wanted to work hard. Now that I had some rest, I don't have an excuse not to go, so I tried to make it count today.
Were those dunks something that you were practicing in practice earlier this week?
You could say that. Yeah. You could say that.
Okay, and what was it that really lit that spark underneath you guys the last 5 minutes of the game when you guys got the big lead?
Actually, I remember what Coach said at halftime. He said we can put them away, but if it's one of those games that we just got to go head-to-head at the end, and we got to find a way to grind it out and get a win. So I just want to try and help my team do that.
And that's what you guys did tonight. You grinded it out, and you got the win. Here with player of the game, Mike Noello. Rob and Tim, back to you.
Congratulations, Mike. Again, the final numbers on Mike: 18 points, 8 boards, 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 6 from the charity stripe, couple blocks, couple steals, and tonight your player of the game with just one foul in a foul-played game. Players with 3, 4, 5 fouls. Deuce fouled out, and Wellaway played really disciplined defense, just 1 foul. So he tonight is our SAGU player of the game.
Yeah. Well, we do have one update to throw along to you. We just got in here, and again, some of these updates they get corrected, and I'm stunned by this one. So I don't take.
We had to look at it twice to see it.
I'm siding the Red River Conference direct side on this one. St. Thomas has beaten Our Lady of the Lake 89-48 tonight, a 41-point victory. That means St. Thomas is right in the running still to take that #1 spot from SAGU, and we're taking them on Saturday night down in Houston. If you're in the area, my goodness, do we need you to turn out. We need you to lend your voices and cheer our boys on as they take on a team that just torched the Saints. If that number's to be believed, I don't see why it's wrong, but my goodness, that is an unbelievable final. So St. Thomas, SAGU, that'll be a huge one down in Houston. That was a thrilling one here in Waxahachie. So if you're in the area, check out sagu.edu/alumni and reserve your space for that. An alumni watch party, a fan watch party. Show up for that one, because my goodness, that's going to be a big game now.
No doubt about it. So tonight, the lucky number is 13. Your 13th ranked SAGU Lions win number 13 in a row by 14. So on behalf of our producer John Cookman, our courtside report Bianca Lacone, my partner Tim Roberts, this is Rob Price saying thanks for watching this edition of SAGU Sports Live. May the Lord bless you and keep you.